Hi there, my name is Alka, and today I'm here with one more video that is about simple present tense. Let's have a look. But before discussing about simple present tense, first of all, what is a tense? Yes, you guessed it right. It is the time when an action takes place, and there are three time references. First is past tense, second is present tense, and third is future. Past means yes, action which happened before now. Present, action which is going on. Future, action which is going to happen. Right. So, different tenses we use to express the time when an action or when an event occurs. Here in this video, which is specifically about simple present tense, what we are going to discuss is when to use it, how to use it, where to use it, and the mistakes which occur while we use this tense. Okay, and how to avoid them. Let's have a look. What is simple present tense and where do we use it? So simple present tense is very easier one because the things which we use, which we do daily on a regular basis, those kind of actions we express in our language using simple present tense structure. Right. But four things you have to take care of. The first is daily routine. Daily routine like daily routine like we brush our teeth twice or thrice, up to us, but that is our daily routine. We do yoga, we do exercise. So such kind of daily routines we express using simple present tense structure. Second, regular actions like you go to school, you go to office by bus or car. That is your regular action. You like television or you don't like watching television. Okay, that is the regular action. Facts, yes, like president lives in the White House. In future, maybe this tradition changed. Okay, okay. But if we talk about universal truth, what is that? Yes, the earth revolves around the sun. And the day when it will stop, we, yes, me, you, or anybody else, nobody will remain here to discuss about it. Alright, so that is the universal truth. So, this is the difference between fact and universal truth, but both the things we express using simple present tense only. Now, let's move to the structure of simple present tense. Affirmative sentences, if we talk about, affirmative means positive one, right? Positive sentences, if we talk about, then what is the structure we follow? First of all, subject will come. Then the base form of the verb, base form like think, jump, walk, sit, all these. And if my subject or if our subject is third person singular, like he, she, it, or name, at that time s or s we have to add to our base form of verb, and then the remaining part of the sentence will come. Got it? It will be more clear to you now. I'm taking one example, and the similar example I'm going to take for all kind of sentences so that it will become more clear to you. Let's have a look. She welcomes everyone with a warm smile. He welcomes everyone with a warm smile. It welcomes everyone with a warm smile. Okay, we are talking about a pet. Now, Teresa welcomes everyone with a warm smile. So, what is the difference here? When we are using singular third person like he, she, it, or name, at that time we are adding s to our base form of the verb. Alright, now let's have a look at the sentence where we have used third person plural. Okay, like they or names, as well as first person like I or we, and the second person like you. Alright, at that time with the base form of verb, we are not adding s or es. Let's see. We welcome everyone with a smile. We is first person plural. I welcome everyone with a smile, first person singular. You welcome everyone with a smile, second person. Rio and Cho welcome everyone with a smile. They welcome everyone with a smile. See here, S is not added. Alright, so I hope this is clear. Now, let's see what we do with negative sentences. With negative sentences, yes, when we are not sure or when we want to say that this thing is not true for me, at that time we use do not or does not to make our positive sentence a negative one. Okay, subject again, third person we are talking about, but the difference is here. We are adding es with do this time. So if the subject is third person singular, that time we will use does, and when the subject is third person plural or first person or second person, that time we will use do directly. Got it? Like, she doesn't welcome everyone with a warm smile. Okay? And he doesn't welcome everyone with a warm smile. See, es is added to do here. Again, it doesn't welcome everyone with a warm smile. And Teresa doesn't welcome everyone with a warm smile. I hope this is clear to you. So, let's have a look what changes occur when we are using subject which is third person plural or first person or second person. At that time, es is not used with do. Correct? Let's see. We do not welcome everyone with a smile. I don't welcome everyone with a smile. You don't welcome everyone with a smile. Ria and Cho do not welcome everyone with smile. They do not welcome everyone with a smile. I hope this is clear now, because in previous example we didn't use es with do when our subject was third person plural, first person or second person. Similarly, in this, with interrogative sentences or in the question sentences, does is used when the subject is third person singular, and do is used when the subject is third person plural or first person or second person. Again, with negative also and with interrogative also, base form of verb is used without adding s or es. Alright, let's have a look. So first example is, does she welcome everyone with a smile? Yes, you guessed it right. Does he welcome everyone with a smile? Yes, come on. Yes, does it welcome everyone with a smile? And then, yes, does Teresa welcome everyone with a warm smile? Now, see, here with third person plural, first person and second person, we use do. With the subject, do we welcome everyone with a smile? Do I welcome everyone with a smile? Do you welcome everyone with a smile? Do Ria and Cho welcome everyone with a smile? Yes, do they welcome everyone with a smile? I hope that was clear to you. But there is one more thing which you have to, yes, which you have to keep in your mind. If I say I am a teacher, what you will consider this? Is this a simple present tense sentence? Right? Yes, it is a simple present tense sentence because here we are using to be form of the verb. Okay, so because action is not taking place in this sentence, so we are using and we are using to be form. That time we will say that sentence belongs to simple present tense category, like I am a religious person. I am a religious person. Is there any action taking place? No. So it's a simple present tense sentence. She is upset with your behavior. He has a glass of chilled water. So this is your to have form where we use has or have to indicate some possession. Okay, when you own something, when you possess something. She has or he has a glass of chilled water. They are honest and impartial. One more thing, use of is, am, are and has or have depends on the subject. With I we use am, with she we use is. Okay, now has is used with singular subject and have is used with plural subject or first person or second person. Correct? So let's see a few more examples. He has his book and pen in his hand. Do you have your passport size photograph? So I think it is easy to understand all these things, but still I want you all to write one sentences using simple present tense structure there in the comment box. Thank you, and yes, hit the like button if you enjoyed watching or you learned something, and subscribe my channel for the latest updates. Thank you. Have a nice day.